Oh my God, gooey. My
Go
God.
Right here.
Okay.
She knew whenever you said that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dinesh?
Yes. Here.
Dinesh, okay.
Like this.
Cynthia Collier,
Right here.
okay. And Cindy Martin.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Oh, cool. Yay.
Everybody is here except for 2-6, which is a good thing because we have one extra right there, and we're a little bit too crowded. See, I am that one of those people that can say no.
Thank you.
So I keep increasing, trying to create more space, but the room is not getting any bigger.
Yeah.
Next month
It's supposed to grow.
Well, I think 20. I think 21 is
Plenty.
our maximum. You know, like we're up to our
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Are you left or right-handed?
Right.
Okay.
I'll move over. So
You left or right?
I'm right.
Okay.
So it will get cooler.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Well, you had your brushes over there, and I thought, oh, she's left, so we'll have plenty of room.
No, I didn't even move them yet.
She's a lefty, so I don't want to hear this.
I'm glad most of the background is white, bluish white.
I'm right-handed, but I have a
Okay,
big bubble.
working on.
I'm ambidextrous, so
High.
And when you
do things
paint
with-
with your elbow out, you got a big bubble too.
Thermostat is.
Don't be sorry. I'm saying I'm
Stop
aware.
reading.
We're spatial
Okay, so
awareness and
today,
self-awareness.
today we have 2 pictures, 2 photographs of red fox. But we're gonna do this one, okay? But their face is very pretty. So I wanted to see the face details so we can do the face properly. But we're gonna do this one because red fox. I like their black legs. The the bottom part of their legs are black, and I want to see this huge tail. So we're gonna do this one. And I want to ask you guys, if you want to vote, if you want to do this, just this, is there anyone who wants to do just the head? Feel free to, because we're going to do the head in detail. So if you just want to do the head, those who want to do the head alone can make it bigger. Those who want to do this, I'm going to give the same information while we're doing the head. So because of the colors, etc., you can arrange your body accordingly. Okay, so it is up to you. If you make just the head or the whole thing.
So
I don't
the
know.
tail, how is the tail arranged? I can't tell what this part
Tail
is.
is on the side.
I realize that, but is it curled around?
It's
or
not
is that
curled. It's just a puff of fluff.
Okay, that's just fluff. Okay. I just wanted to know what that last little bit was.
Me too, please.
Yeah, I like that trick.
That's what you were doing.
Thank you.
Okay, whose cup is empty?
Oh, we've got water. Thankfully. Thank you, whoever filled up my cup.
I love
That's kind.
So I want to show you a box that I made.
Yeah, you can.
Do you need some help?
I need a tripod. I got one.
yeah, I did it last time and it helped.
But during COVID, she put it on the website. She does a lot of talking in between, so a lot of editing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Picture. That's a fake smile.
Alright, that's never. She's a mean great. You did good.
So is your mother doing well now that she's moved in and
Yeah.
you feel like you're comfortable with all of that?
Yeah. She has some permanent cognitive issues,
Right.
but she's doing
You need me to
better than she was then. Yes.
Eventually, you think you might have to do something different?
I don't know. I don't think so. We have to go behind her and check and make sure that the stove's not on and things like that. But
So one of you's always home to kind of, yeah,
I'm always home most of the day, except unless I'm at a doctor's appointment.
right.
But she enjoys the company
Okay, here is
Oh,
a
yeah.
rock
somewhat.
Oh,
that I
yeah.
painted before. It's a fox. You can pass it from hand to hand. I was gonna choose a rock, but it is very small. You guys might be frustrated. That's why you can just look at it and.
Oh,
that's
Oh
what
my
you-
gosh.
Oh, wait, I have to take a picture of that. That is just freaking beautiful. Oh, you,
Okay,
you
Hulya.
are
Lay it
such,
down
How long
Yeah.
have you been painting?
Make
how
it
do you
again.
even
Since I was a
do
kid.
that? Oh,
You know, my mom was my elementary school teacher in the first grade.
gorgeous.
And the only comment she made about my artistic side is, we must be drawing humans in art class. So I was the only kid that she has ever seen to put the legs in the middle instead of each corner of the skirt. So that's how she knew about. My dad really appreciated. I would paint with pastel crayons the caricatures, like the dogs, you know, those famous dogs, the princess. What is it? The
That is adorable.
princess and the shaggy dog. What's that cartoon in Disney?
The Dalmatians or the?
The other one.
Oh, yeah, it's Shaggy. Yeah, the Shaggy dog.
Yeah, yes, yes.
So
Like I have
my
no-
dad, one of
I'm
them
old
was
enough
just
to know
sitting
that
like this with the ears like this
I
and
didn't
kind of
watch
looking
cartoons.
sad. The other one was up
No,
in
this
like
wasn't a
this.
cartoon.
His
This wasn't a
ears out,
cartoon.
And I painted
It was an old Disney movie.
behind
Gotcha.
my room.
I never watched cartoons as a
door,
kid.
on the door.
Had no desire. If it wasn't real
I
people on
painted it
TV,
behind
I didn't
because
want
the
to
door
see
would be
it. I
always
had no
open
interest.
and
Dark
nobody saw it, you know.
Shadows.
So
Did you watch Dark
my
Shadows?
dad,
Or
my
were
dad
you too
saw
young
it.
for
I
that
thought he
too?
was gonna get
I
mad
didn't see
because
that
it
show.
was
I
on
only
the
saw
door,
movies.
and he really appreciated it. And after that, if I looked kind of sad, he would say, "Oh, you look like that dog." When you look sad." Or if I was happy, he said, "Oh, you look like the other one." He would kind of refer to them about my mood.
Doing
This is
just
not
this
working. I am so hot.
It is hot.
The temperature is at.
It might take a minute.
That's from
Upstairs. Yeah, I saw one there.
I'm gonna try the small one, but oh my gosh, that big one. Saw one hummingbird last week.
At the end of August, we will start moving out.
Okay, but the class in here.
I won't be able to do the class in August
Okay.
because I will be home in Turkey.
My mom, girl.
Yes. My mom has Alzheimer's. She's at the last of her rope, I guess. So I'm gonna visit her.
Yeah, it's a
Absolutely,
good thing.
absolutely.
I have some-timers. Sometimes I remember and
Me
sometimes
too.
I don't.
Okay.
Let's turn it
So do we start with a bluish-white background?
Yes, you can. Let's put the white over there. Let's put the white. I don't have.
That is gorgeous.
Thank you. Have you guys seen it?
Is that permanent
Let me get a
color
blue
on
because
your
I
arm?
didn't bring
It's really
blue
pretty.
because I wasn't.
I was just asking her a while ago if she'd ever had her color touched up.
I haven't had to have my color touched up. I've got a little V there on my ankle.
I have one, and it's about this tall. It's an upside down triangle with the rainbow on top, and the triangle is purple. But it hurts so bad because of where it was. It's on my ankle that I was barely able to finish it, and I had not thought about going to have that touched up. I'm like,
Mine didn't hurt at all on my ankle. Not at all. But I don't
hit my
know.
bone. Every black line, he would hit the bone.
Yeah, I got this one about
You understand this?
probably about 5 years ago.
That's pretty.
I'm not gonna touch that.
Have you seen my, did I
Oh,
show
yeah,
you
that's
my
pretty.
tattoo? Oh, very nice.
That's pretty.
Very pretty, very realistic. Okay, as you see today, we're gonna share these. So I'm gonna let I'm gonna use 2 corners for 2. But this is too much blue, so I'm gonna use that.
Yeah.
Start block,
Just the whole background. Do we do the whole thing this color?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a little bit, very little blue because it is snow in the background.
Oh, we're gonna need some napkins, Hulya.
Oh, yes.
Where are they? I'll get them.
Yeah.
So we're not just sewing this time.
No, because they're out of it.
Because his color is a little bit.
I'm doing very little blue because I don't want background blue. It's just a tinge of blue. Just a little thing. Well, for those who's gonna do just the head, don't paint it with white. Who's gonna do the head?
Lauren is. You don't do the whole thing?
Okay, so I'm gonna grab your, well, it can stay. Let me change your pages. I don't know. Give me that empty one, please. Here is the one with the blue. You're gonna just.
Oh, me too. Oh, all you get is blue.
Oh, did my gray is gray this time? Not.
Yeah.
Let me bring some.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take whatever napkin we want and then pass it around. And then move it to the next table, okay?
Can you hand me a pull-off one?
Yeah, we will. It'll come around to us.
Yeah, none of it's pull off.
Oh,
Just
I'm putting
a roll of paper
I know
towel.
you guys just go at it.
Definitely need a little more white.
I don't want
yeah.
May we have a little bit more white?
May we have a little bit more white?
What's that?
White. May we have a little more white?
Use the blue for giving some activity to the background. Oh my
There we
God.
go.
Oh, no, it needs to go around the room. I was just having everyone take it.
Well, it is.
I was just having.
She did the whole package.
They're passing around those triple folds.
Oh, okay. You are. Okay, well, I was trying to help. You're good.
You did good. You did good.
Oh, you mean rain? Oh, gotcha.
I'm glad we were all able to sit together this time.
Right?
Are you all family?
Yes.
Oh, nice. It's so nice to have family to do something together, right?
Definitely.
Trying to get my mom to come, but this is not her cup of tea.
Well, even so, even if it's not her cup of tea, you should do. Yeah, my sister came into town one time and she was like, I don't want to do that. You know, we're like, okay. So we all had to change our plans just because you didn't want to do something. Really? Can't you just play along?
Right?
Oh, okay.
Just play nice.
I know. No, it's all over. It's just fun though when everybody wants to, just to be together. My family is just not like that. It's not.
Pass it down, please. Pass it down. Pass it down, Dora.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I had the wrong napkin, so thank you. Trying to help.
It's okay, that means we have extra extras.
Yeah.
You gotta do plain ones. And also
I didn't get that.
okay, counting in Mexican It's uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
Right.
Okay, so.
Siete, ocho, nueve, diez, once, doce,
Without a
trece,
trace.
No.
I kind of know some Spanish, but not enough.
I go every which way. Then circles in the back. Sometimes I put probably way too much water.
Dirty jokes in there.
Use my finger, I swear.
That might not come through out here.
Never.
Oh, I said it was Jerry.
Because it is gonna be blurred, mostly
Now I
brown
know
and
who's
yellow.
over
Mostly
there.
brown and yellow.
Is that my name or?
Just on the water I added.
Yes, yes, sorry. Is this head?
Sorry.
You're gonna make that light like gray that
Okay, so.
that we made last time at first?
This is a blue gray though.
We're sharing here, so we probably need a little bit more green.
Oh, they're doing backgrounds.
Yeah, I'm doing the head, so she, oh. Yeah, but that's for me and her both. And then back there, we got
Okay, I'm
some
gonna
on this
put
side.
some here, you guys, you know, you don't have, it's not a street on it.
We're sharing this piece of paper. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay? You don't have to, I mean, it is not, it is not an unchangeable law, you can switch chair. If you want something from the other paper, you can just use it too. I will. Yeah.
We didn't get into that.
Last time I had more paint on myself than I did on the canvas. I was like, oh, oops.
Oh.
We have that one.
No, it's not real.
Okay.
Okay. No, it's not real bad.
Oh, this is green?
So for the
It's blue.
That's blue.
you guys need these colors too. See, you have
So the blue
some
is
yellow,
for this, right?
and you're gonna use some black too. Just put a little bit yourself.
Green?
Yeah, we need the green.
And there is one more thing there, black.
That's not fair.
Head makers, are you making head?
No. Don't start something.
No, I wouldn't try.
Okay, let me give
You
you
start
some
abusing, you're gonna have to finish.
I didn't say nothing and I ain't looking at nobody.
My granddaughter says, don't look at my body. I'm changing now. Don't look at my body. I'm not looking.
Does everyone have this?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a lot of water on here. Do circle.
All these parts, right?
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture this time. Remember this.
It's
I
chaos.
always forget.
Don't put all that water on there.
What?
Stacy goes throw it
This doesn't look dark enough.
Okay, I can start painting now. I'm gonna use one of my big brushes.
Has this been sitting here the whole time?
Yep.
I am painting the whole body,
It's
so
in this little like thing of
I'm gonna
lights.
do these guys.
I never saw it. I didn't grab it away from you. I'm so sorry.
Paint it on the top.
Lord have mercy.
Put the lid down first.
Is that
Do what now? It's what?
That don't look like it. It looks like that. Even when it mixes it up.
Don't forget to water your regular.
I think that's-
Yeah, it does sort of.
Because we didn't put gesso down this time. I
Yeah.
ended up like when I would do my water, I added a little bit of water to my paint too, because it's like it wasn't wanting to,
It is
Spread.
it was real streaky.
Yeah.
How do you say that?
I kind of treated it like watercolor.
Hulya, can we get some more blue and I think black? Or is it
Now,
just
let's see
blue?
the detail. Let's just paint the part that you're gonna be doing your animals. The background, you can put the details later.
Okay.
First to the background? Are we doing the
So
background?
now we'll put,
Now we're gonna do our little
Just the
guy.
She
snow.
doesn't have the white one, it's the map. So this is
I like blue.
so
Paint
are
your
you using
background
like
very
the
lightly
grayish
so
like
you
that?
That's what I
can, you
did up
can
there,
make it
but
darker
we can have it
later.
later,
Just
because it's not even on the phone.
if you paint a dark background here, you will never be able to get this white again. So try to paint your background first, very light, because this is not the finished thing. This is your first stroke on your canvas. It's not the last. It cannot be. If you think you're done with the background, you're wrong. Or that's the wrong way. Yes. Just paint the approximate coloration very, very pale to the background, because you don't want this animal mixed up with these colors. The background here too, it is going to be very, very pale. Okay, very pale. That's why I put a little bit of colors, because I know you just go at the colors like it is. There's no tomorrow. But look at my background. See?
And you're painting the whole box. You're doing the whole box.
Yes, I'm painting the whole body.
You're mixing white with black for the gray or the blue?
Blue.
Blue.
And I'm using mostly white
That's what this was.
because I
Then you're
don't
supposed
want
to mix
these
this
colors
up.
to be very visible.
No, y'all got blue. That's blue.
And don't
Yeah, she
leave
is.
the brush strokes behind, because it is snow. It has to look at the end. It has to look smooth. If you leave brush strokes, you will never be able to get rid of those brush strokes.
My white.
Yeah.
And I'm going a little bit lighter and lighter towards where I'm going to put the animal. I don't want a straight pass from color to no color, okay? Because I'm not going to paint very dark behind the fox. So I could do the sides a little bit darker tone, but as I come to the middle, I am going lighter and lighter because I want this to be almost invisible. But you can't just leave it pure white, because you can tell the difference when you look. So I'm making it lighter and lighter towards the middle, so it won't interfere my coloration with the animal, and it won't be a streaked line here with the color to a different color, because then I have to get rid of that line, because I don't know where the animal's fur is going to be. So this is what I mean when I say I get lighter and lighter towards where I'm going to put the animal, because I don't want these edges, I don't want to work on the edges again, because I'm going to make it fuzzy, because once you do it like that, you don't want to paint over it, because then you have to go over your fuzz again. See, kind of like this.
White, that's
But like I said, this is the way I do it. You please get creative, Miss Cindy, and my other artist friends. I love to see different things.
No, we got black and white over here.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not blue?
Yeah, she was doing blue.
And that looks blue. So this was black.
Well, you're gonna need the black anyway. You're gonna need very little blue. Okay. I'm done with the background. I'm gonna start doing the fox now. For the fox, here we go again. I'm gonna start the fox with a very light. I'm gonna start with very light orange, or maybe this color, very, very light, because Because I first want to put locate the animal, you know, it is not the painting itself. This is the color that I will go over, so I know where the fox begins and ends. Okay, so everybody's gonna use this. Like I said, don't go edit in the beginning.
I'm not doing anything to you.
Just.
Gonna wait.
I will wait.
I need some orange.
Okay, everybody's already have it.
I need orange.
Miss Julia.
Not orange, it's this.
Okay.
The brown, okay.
Oh, okay. It is kind of cinnamon. Oh, what is it? It is called raw sienna. Burnt sienna is reddish. Raw sienna is, this is the difference between the two.
Ah.
Burnt sienna is like cinnamon color.
I love burnt sienna. It's one of my favorite colors.
So I'm gonna do this. Like I said, my way of doing it is I like starting with very, very light, so I can go over the details and create, you know, if it is crooked, I can erase the crookedness easier if the first thing I put is very, very light.
So you're gonna do it white and that?
Yes, mostly white.
We're gonna
Like a
need some more.
silhouette of my
Never mind.
fox.
I got some.
The silhouette of my fox. Okay, this is what I'm. See, it is too dark.
We're gonna need more white.
Even lighter
Yeah.
than this. I need lighter than it is. Okay, here is my fox. So I'm just gonna. Okay, the fox's head is here.
I just remember it was a big fad.
That, oh, God. That was rough.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm lay here. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up for me.
So the animal is gonna begin and
Did I zoom
end
anymore?
kind of like this size. And here is the tail. I have enough space for the tail. I'm just putting where I'm gonna, how long it is gonna be, how wide it is gonna be, etc. I'm not doing any details and no edges either. See, already made a mistake. Not a mistake, but that's what the thing is, location. See, there is a, this is too, mine is, it looks like a hunchback, so I'm gonna just change this a little bit. Like this. So I'm trying to get the silhouette right, because that's the edge of my painting. That's why I want to get it right. And then a little bit, I'm gonna put the legs kind of again.
Right here.
I'm just sketching my fox right now with color.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
The legs.
These are the problems in the building now. I guess I got time to walk around outside. And then she's using a gray mixture for the legs.
Ooh, too much, too much. Back off, roll up and sit.
And she's dabbing a little gray underneath there.
Okay, so where do we get gray? I haven't gotten gray yet.
You have black. You're gonna make
No, we're out of black. We never got black.
Nope, we never got black.
Just use L'Oreal.
There you go.
Well, where'd you get this?
Blue.
Oh, that looks like gray.
Yeah, that's our blue.
Well, you will need black for the animal's certain parts, but not very much. I mean, you don't need a lot of black. I'm gonna put it to the far corner so you won't see. Is this black?
Make sure you wet your brush down.
This? Should I really
Make sure you wet your brush down, it'll help your stuff to spread.
Is this black?
Okay. Come on, ready to
Black, you guys have black. So
Oh, that's good. Might be at the level you do.
And now I'm going to use my thinner brush, that round brush, because I kind of did the whole, now I have to really do the, a little bit more detail. Because I'm going to start doing the ears, because this is more or less, maybe a little bit this way it comes. See, the legs are here. There's a big part of body here. Mine is too skinny, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this a little bit kind of like this. And then this is the leg here. I'm gonna make this darker later, this orange, and it will be with the brown and stuff. It's not gonna stay like this. I'm just drawing my silhouette, like I said. I want to get the borders of my animal right. And here is a little bit darker part.
That's not be right.
I'm adding a little bit of darks. I want to get the proportions right because that's basically where I make mistakes all the time. So that's why before I do any detail of any kind, I want to
That's
get
why
my
this is
proportions
practice.
correctly. So as I go, I create using white.
Pull the paint in.
For example, this ear was too upright. There, a little bit to the side like this.
You're making the grooves for your folding car, but if you turn your silver over on it, like gold plate, and you run that down
So I'm kind of doing the edges for both for myself and for you to see how I shape
I feel like
the
mine looks like Garfield the cat.
I'm not worried about I'm worried about the color just a tad, but this is basic color for the I'm not worried
Wait,
about
my Garfield does like lasagna, I'm just saying.
The shape of the ears is important as far as I'm concerned, because that's kind of almost like characteristics of canines.
It's important to the fox too.
Huh?
The fox is important.
The shape of the ears is important to the fox too.
Yes.
Yes, so we can hear his food.
Okay.
I need
And,
some water.
well, didn't I get some kind of a different joke? I don't know, but it sounded funny.
Sounds
So I'm trying to get the
Yeah.
head right because these guys have small face, very, very miniature. They are very small animals.
Take
Did
a
you
look
know
at how this
that?
texture is, dude. Tell me that
They,
dude
because
looks
of
like
their
a-
puffy
when a
tail
bird freaks
and because
with
of
all
their
them.
singular
It does a
photograph,
little bit.
it is
Just a
very
little.
difficult when you see them, when you don't see them with their surroundings. It is very difficult to assume the size, you know. When you see another animal next to it, like a dog, if you know the species of the dogs, you could tell, oh, look at that, I mean, look at that Pomeranian, it is as big as the fox. So, but you know how big the Pomeranian is, you didn't know how big the fox was. So now you know it is almost just a little bit bigger than the Pomeranian. What's that?
The song, what did the fox say?
Oh,
It's really a song. That one wasn't a joke.
yeah, that was really
Okay.
funny.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you ruined it.
I'm sorry, you have to explain.
Yeah.
I think it is the worst thing for let me say, a comedian, not like people like us, but to have to explain the joke, you know. But this is a joke now, you can laugh.
Subtle, and you're not funny to him. That was hilarious.
Or now.
I don't know if she meant it like that, but that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I'm talking about? That was so funny. I can't remember your recording. Okay, now I have to try.
Since we all have dogs, we know where the legs are. This whole thing is not his body. See, the leg begins here. When they sit like this is the belly, and here is the leg. So if you imagine that, you can. Okay, I think this looks kind of. Yes, I think this looks kind of nice, proportionately. Okay, let's put the edges. When I was, before I came to the United States, I always thought foxes were like big dogs, you know, with a huge tail and stuff. I started realizing, oh, they're not that big, you know. And I started working, I started seeing real foxes. You don't see a fox in the middle of town. Nowadays you can, but when I was young,
Coyote.
you didn't. Coyotes are roaming in cities now. Because we're taking up their space.
That's right.
Yes.
My supervisor's wife ran into one the other day. She gotta go to
And it is a good thing that they can.
Oh, she ran into it.
They can
Literally ran into it.
Go ahead, Hulya, I'm listening. They can do what?
it is a good thing that they can adapt changing habitat very fast. You know, they are the ones, you know, when we say survival of the fittest, that's what it is, you know, they can breed and produce the next generation in the middle of a big city. That
We just
is
get confused
what.
to take in.
When we say fit, you know, it is not like strongest gets the weak. It is the one that can produce the next generation is the fittest, as far as scientific description of fit is those who, for example, scientifically, I'm not a fit of my species because I didn't produce any offspring.
Sometimes those that don't produce offspring, they'll produce the most offspring because they wind up taking care of the tribe.
Yes, they raise the others. They can do it.
All I know is
Shut
I know my
up.
son animals, they
Well,
go ahead.
We're gonna get her
I
on
have
track.
nieces and nephews, I treat them like my own kids. So, that's
I've
not
never
the
seen a
most.
bigger sucker.
Yeah, I don't know. I think nature knows what has to be, because if I had kids, I would drive them nuts because I'm such a worrying
Babe,
kind.
maybe they have a French bulldog.
That's a mother's rule, she has to worry. Amen.
Yeah.
I used to,
Even when they're grown.
my sister had her first kid,
Should we put some of it on you?
my dad started having cataract at the time, but he would take him to the park and stuff. And I would remember something, you know, while I'm watching TV, I'm thinking, oh my God, my dad has cataract, you know, he's walking this little kid. If he falls into a hole, he won't even know he disappeared. You know? And I would pick up the phone and tell my sister to put a harness or something on the kid.
I totally understand where you're coming from.
And then I read a news about the helium balloons, you know, the ones that fly around. You know, they are inflammable. And my sister had 2 sons, and the little one, when they were tiny, he was very mischievous. You know, he would find a match, and you know, if he burns the balloon, and I'm imagining this burning hot, you know, plastic coming down and covering the kid, and I would grab the phone and tell my sister, "Don't buy a helium balloon." Finally, one day he said, "Don't put your." She would put them on a stroller while she's frying and stuff in the kitchen, and I would remember, oh my God, if she hits the pan's handle by mistake, and if that frying oil pours on the kid. I would grab the phone and tell her
Oh my God.
what not to do. She finally said, "Stop calling me." Doomsday, you know, dooms, glooms. And she told me to stop thinking because the more I think, the more it is likely to happen.
Hey, I still remind my mom, hey, you're cooking, can you make sure that we're here, those handles, can you make sure they're not sticking off the stove?
Well, I do it with my dogs. I mean, I never let my dog sit right next to me. That's what he does by my leg. I mean, if I hit something by mistake, it will pour directly on him.
My mom has a tendency to let the handles of pans like stick out off the stove.
Yes.
I'm like,
I never do that.
Joshua's big thing
I
to
think-
me is
I don't know
the
if you
cords.
live
If
in
it's
other
a
lives,
deep
you
fryer
know,
or
in another
something,
life.
for some reason when I move it out of the way, the cord is always
You
hanging
were
on the
firing?
ground.
I always think
I'm
of
like,
this horrible
didn't mean to.
that can happen.
It's always like this.
That is white there, and I think I see, that's orange.
At the moment, I'm putting my white on my colors to arrange the proportion of the leg.
okay.
It's the way it is sitting,
Okay.
etc. And I keep changing.
oh, I can know.
I keep erasing extra stuff that I put. Now I am putting the real shape of legs and
If I miss something,
the
y'all let me know.
stature of the body, etc. with
Okay.
using white edges. Because after I finish doing sculpturing, I'm calling it sculpturing because now I'm using white to make sure the legs, the size of the leg, the thickness, etc. is correct. After that, I'm going to start painting the details.
Okay,
When I
after,
start painting the details, I don't want to make any changes of the position because it is very difficult to do it then. So now I'm using, see the leg? And now I'm using white
Oh, okay.
to put where you're gonna actually put black,
to exactly where, what's that?
is that where you're gonna put black? The white part where you're painting right now?
No, I am making the size, you know, it was a blurry thick two lines, two gray lines.
Right.
Now I'm trying to make the shape of the leg because afterwards, at the end, when I start putting the details, then I will put the.
Okay, gotcha,
But
okay.
now I have to arrange the thickness of the legs,
Ah, okay.
where it ends, the toes. Now I'm making sure they're at the right place.
Okay.
And
That means, okay, gotcha. So mine probably are not up high enough? Are mine not up high enough? Do I need to make it higher?
first you need to make it blurry. Those lines that you're putting, you will never be able to get rid of them.
These?
These and these. See, it has to be the edges. See, the edges should be very, this line will stay there forever.
Okay.
This line will stay here forever. When you do that, you have to do this right away, when your paint is still
I have
wet.
to
You have
get
to, you have to,
Yeah, wet it down?
yes, you have to kind of brush it. You don't want another line forming, okay? You have, while you're getting one rid of him, now there's another line here, so you can't, so kind of, the wet paint, it is easier to see how I spread the paint.
Yes.
And you have to get rid of this because you're gonna make little fuzzes there, and you don't want this line here.
Okay.
And I'm doing it like this. You're gonna have to put white. But see, it's already formed a line there. See, that's you don't want this to happen. See this here?
That's what you don't.
That's what we're trying to get rid of.
Okay.
The same thing here.
Okay.
See, this is still wet, so go ahead and really. It is a good thing this is a big brush. I mean, it's stiff because now you can kind of
Erase it away with some white.
yes.
and-
See all these lines. See these lines. If you're gonna
touch.
make a line like this, it has to look like a cloud.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much.
And do the same thing with the legs.
So, and are the legs too short on mine?
We're sisters by
They are-
the sisters, we found that out.
The location is not, they're not like two sticks. They're thinner in the middle.
Okay.
See see,
Ah,
they
okay.
they're thinner and then the foot are bigger.
Okay, so they
They're
thin
not
out.
straight two parallel lines. That's what I'm trying to
Okay, I see. They kind of go in and then back out.
Okay.
And
Right next to the get over it.
Hey, I knew you knew where we at. I gotta go there and give me one of them, 'cause I need it for my husband. Bless your heart.
Okay, for this,
Well, I thought maybe you'd be wrong or happy.
I mean, that's
very diplomatic choice you're offering it.
Yeah, the choice.
Hey. And you think she's kidding? I don't fit.
I'm a layer after layer painter. That's how I make my colors get darker and darker. I paint first, I know where my whites are, and I already plan. And I also get rid of my strict lines while I'm doing this. I'm just putting my colors to the right places, but very lightly, because I'm gonna go over after I see it is correct. Then I'm gonna start putting my details layer after layer. The details will come layer after layer too. So there's a white in the middle of each edge of the. But I'm putting everything kind of like a cloud, like a misty thing at the beginning. No lines. I don't draw lines because lines you
she
can't
said,
get
drawing
rid
your
of.
lines of your okay. I got confused
But
then.
you don't want them there anymore. They will stay there forever looking at you.
I see.
Now I want to locate I want to place the eyes and the nose correctly, very lightly with very, very light gray. So I know they are there, and then when they are at the right location, then I will start going over and painting the details of the face. So I'm going to, let me do the eyes. Okay, so it is kind of, in this picture, the whole thing, this is easy, they are symmetrical because it is looking right at you. But this one is turned a little bit, as you see, so the nose and the eyes are not at the same level. One of them is higher than the other one. The one on this side is that higher than this one. It's kind of like slanted like this, okay? That's what I'm looking at now. I'm gonna put, I'm just gonna put two, and I also look at the ears and how far it is below and its location compared to the ears, okay? That's the easiest way to, so they're right underneath almost, like this, and it's kind of like a
Mine looks more
triangle.
like a dog than
Like this,
a fox.
and like a little bit below. What's that? What did you say?
I said mine looks more like a dog than it does a fox.
Gotta do the ears right.
Yep. Well, they are all canines. I mean, Pomeranian looks just like a fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is kind of. No, it is too long and too big. I have to do it a little bit smaller.
No, but I'm trying to figure out, is that the note?
Nobody knows.
Got you.
And I was chasing it around my room and trying to figure it outside. And then it jumps on my carpet, which is brown, and it turns.
Okay, and now I just figured out that, I just found out that my head is, I cut it too short here, so I'm gonna elongate it a little bit.
I finally
Like
got this
this.
one-time soup container on top of them, those big quart ones. And I threw them out the front door and it turns back green because it lands on fishes.
I think I'm gonna arrange the cheek after I finish the nose because
Squirrel came in my house and he got it out. I was so freaked out, I didn't know what to do.
Okay, let's do the cheek face of the animal after I finish the nose because I'm using gray. I'm making very, very light gray.
That's crazy, she did that. You did Ernie would get it.
Already did me the one under the wearable. She wasn't going to count that one.
You're so pretty. Don't want to ruin you. I'm going to ruin you, I know. I'll see you already.
I should have not one of those in my house. They bite.
I'm trying to arrange the distance of the nose from the eyes. I'm trying to get this
Nice and cool in the
distance from here to here correctly.
I guess, but you can even feel that airflow in here. And here it's like it's cloud. But I think it's, you can hear it, unless it's the lights are here.
Could be.
But I guess.
Working on the eyes.
Okay, I think I got it. Now I have to get rid of this
Prejudice.
thing that I did here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're right. I'm glad she does. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we were silent for 10 seconds.
You know, in Turkey we believe a boy was born.
A what?
Because we need
When a
some
group
noise.
of women,
Yes, you were.
you know, silence, total silence for a few, you know, like 30 seconds. You say, oh, a boy is born. Somebody gave a birth to a boy.
Good thing you're having fun.
I don't know why boy. But my father always wanted a boy, but he never
He got the best.
he never complained, but we knew in his heart, you know, deep in his heart, he wanted a boy because my mom said that. Said
Yeah, I'm done.
he did, but he never treated us like, you know, oh no, I wanted a boy and I have 3 girls.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for him sometimes, you know, 4 women in the house, he's all by himself.
What mine looks like.
He always treated us like, I think,
Turn it into a
especially
just a
me,
face on you.
like a boy.
No, you didn't. It's paint. Go over it.
Paint over.
I was watching him.
I'll paint over. I'll paint over.
I can't remember what channel it was.
Well, I was going to ask you about a wide brush, but.
That's why my name is Hulya. In fact, all our names, all 3 girls' names, have some connotation of hopefulness. my oldest sister,
that was.
their first child, he was expect. They were, they wanted a boy, and it was a girl, and she called it. Oh, it was our desire, a man. And it was kind of a stronger connotation of hope. And then the second one comes, and it's a girl again, and her name is Hope in Turkish, Ümit. As we were hoping, and then my name is Pleasant Dream. Hulya means pleasant dream, or kind of like daydream.
Oh.
So it is not gonna be anymore because they decided that's the end of it.
End of trying, huh?
Now, yes, and now it has become just a daydream.
The owl face.
That's how I know he wanted a boy. Otherwise, we wouldn't have known.
Aw.
Deborah stands for Queen Bee, and believe me, I got a stinger.
Oh, you're another bee? I'm a honeybee.
You're a honeybee?
Yeah, Melissa's Greek for honeybee.
Okay. That's Deborah the Queen Bee.
I'm gonna put this burnt sienna for giving the reddish tint to the orange, okay?
Okay.
But the basic color is the previous one that we are using right now, the raw sienna. This is just to give that reddish tint. It is going to be at the very end.
Right around the eyes. I can see it right around under the eye. You can see how red it is. Right
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm changing my mind.
Oh,
Do you want that color?
Face instead of the
Do
mind.
you want that color? The burnt
well,
sienna.
at the end, this is a long
No,
way.
that's the red
She
one.
has a long way to go to put this color. She's going to use the lighter color like that.
You're using that one now.
Oh, that was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can add some more light to it, or you can add water to it.
Change it, make it the whole face.
Very nice. That's doable. That's what I really liked it.
Well, I'm glad.
Do you want to use my light
Very
brush?
nice
Thank you.
proportions. I'm gonna put this for the connotation.
Oh, okay.
That's all right.
This is for your darker reddish.
I ain't got an attaboy in a
That
long
is
time.
very cool.
I said I ain't got an attaboy in a long time.
Well, you know what they say, part of one small ship, what's out there that had a boy.
Actually, that's cute.
Put this.
Bobby said it looks like I have a cat in the fog. Not wrong.
I'm gonna put some whites at the edges of my fox because I want to do this fuzz look on white with my darker color. I want it to be a little bit visible, so that's why I'm doing this now. Now that I know the shape of my animal.
That's nothing my kids and that, but I'm on.
Oh.
So your sister's on your water here too?
No,
If you
my
paint will
sister,
spread better if you have
my
white.
oldest sister is in Turkey.
Oh, okay.
And my
Hey, pull your
other
hand down
sister
about
passed away 3 years ago.
do like.
So how many do you have left?
When you're young, you can hit.
How many sisters do you have left?
What's that?
How many sisters do you have left?
I had one sister.
Just one sister?
3 girls, now we're 2 girls. In fact, we're the only ones from our family.
Oh, wow.
Both my parents, my mom is,
You don't smoke.
she's almost gone.
So is your sister back there taking care of her, or?
Yes,
Yeah.
my sister is, I keep telling her, she needs to go to a nursing home because it's a lot of work. I mean, she's bedridden.
Right.
And they can't go anywhere, they can't leave her alone. I mean, she's totally dependent, 100% dependence. If it were in the United States, they would forcibly take my mom.
Yeah.
But she says, no, I will never leave my mom, in a When
Oh.
she's home, I will take care of her until she's gone.
Oh.
It is a very difficult thing, you know. I go visit her, I help her, and I
Yes.
think while I'm helping her, I'm thinking, oh my God, how does she even do this
Right.
all year round, you know?
Because
My
you
fox
do it,
looks
right?
drunk.
Now, does she have any children at
Yeah.
home with her?
What's that?
Does she have any children at
Tell your
home?
fox to stay on
No, her
the stage.
children, yeah, she has a son, but
Trump.
her other son, she
Just
has
Trump.
2 sons. One of them is married, he's on his own. The other one is lazy, he's not married. He's like the possum baby. He doesn't want to leave mom
I
and
know.
dad.
Yeah, I had one of those. Yep, we literally moved. Got a new house where he didn't fit. We did.
That's one way to
I
handle
didn't
it.
think about that.
We did.
That is one way to handle it.
Her son. She said they moved in a house where he wouldn't fit.
We did.
Sorry.
Yeah, we moved from a 4-bedroom to a 3-bedroom, and all my artistic stuff. Yeah, he couldn't fit.
He couldn't fit.
He
Sorry.
moved a little bit until the earthquake, but when the earthquake happened, he thought, oh, the whole family, we better be together, and he just moved right back in, taking that opportunity.
Is your family close to where the earthquake?
Oh yeah, that's where the earthquake happened. They're right in the middle. But you know, thank God, their building was escaped with no damage. But it was horrible. They stayed. They didn't go home for like a month or so.
Goodness.
They lived in a camper with my mom like that, you know, constant washing, changing.
Goodness.
Clothes.
Yeah, we all do.
It was very difficult, but of course, you know, what are you gonna do? You can't spend all your life in a camper.
Right.
They're not used to. They're not camping people anyway. I mean,
Not either.
they rented a camper just to get past this earthquake.
Right.
I bet campers were hard to come by too.
Yes, and it was because now everybody wanted a camper.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
But they all survived and did okay. That's
yes,
the
ma'am.
important
Yes,
thing.
that's the important thing. So I'm gonna go. You
His
know,
face
it
looks
will be
really
after the
weirdo.
earthquake for the first time too.
Okay, way too weirdo.
I was very worried, you know, when the earthquake happened.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And there has been another big earthquake in Istanbul, and I was there in the earthquake at the time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was very, very scary. You know, you can't imagine. Just like
Yeah, you
the
can't
hurricane,
imagine.
you know, you're hearing it, but you're not really.
Right.
You really don't know how scary it is because you don't hear the sound, you don't hear
You're
the
not
rumbling.
there, right?
You don't live in it for a while. It is earthquake is just like that. It is, for one thing, there is a rumbling, you know, coming. You can hear the rumbling.
Like that?
Like that?
I've been in 3
Yeah, it feels
earthquakes,
like
but
a
they were so
freight
tiny at
train
the
is
very
coming.
tail end.
I've never been there.
Color, not the red or
I've
color.
never felt
Which
any
one
of
is
those
the
ones
lighter color?
here that are from Texas. I've
this
never felt any of
Yeah,
those.
I hadn't either.
I felt one when we were in Greece, and I felt 2 in California. Well, I take that back. Only one of them I felt, but it just felt like kind of like when your sugar drops and the world shifts
You know,
on
we
you.
were selling. Did I
That's
tell you
what
that
it felt
story about how I
Things
reacted?
just waved once, and then
We
it was
were
gone.
having a
And it was
serious
done.
meeting
Yeah.
right
And
after
it
the
came from
earthquake.
this
We
national
wanted to
park
sell
where there's
prefabricated
like
wooden houses, and we went to Romania
hot springs and things.
to a
Yeah.
producer, you know, to
3
their
hours north of where we
factory,
live.
to their plant.
And
Of course, they had an
Lassen,
office in the
Ashland,
plant.
but they had
And
a lot of
it was
landslides,
really
we had a
quiet.
lot
It
of-
was
it's
open, you know,
just
people
not a
were
very
working,
stable
but
area,
quiet.
but
And
it's so beautiful.
they took us to the
Okay.
meeting room upstairs.
That's one of the areas we never
While
went
we
to
were
because I was
talking,
scared to go.
all of a sudden it felt
Afraid we'd
like,
get caught in the
Ah,
And I
me
jumped.
too.
But then
and
a lot
I
of
jumped
times, like,
like, Earthquake!
the
Everybody
plumbing
goes,
was
oh
too
man,
much of these anyway.
it's just
Yeah.
the machinery.
All of
They
those
started
went
the machinery.
Oh my gosh.
And the further
That's
north
how,
in
you
California,
you
the
can't,
longer
you don't
the
have
winter
time to
lasted.
think, oh, what is this, you just automatically think, oh, it's another earthquake, and it's another country, but you never
Right,
think
I
of
just
those
got a
things,
reminder.
you just,
We're
Yeah.
doing it in public day. It starts at
Because you're in a different setting, so you don't know.
What time
Yeah.
is it? It's 11:15.
it's the same
Okay,
sound,
good.
similar
Yes,
sound.
11:15.
People had kind of like this what is it,
Post-traumatic stress.
yes, just like coming from a war, people would wake up at the earthquake time, jumping, feeling feeling the shaking. In fact, it's not shaking at all. Everybody was having, I did too. Right at the time when the earthquake happened, it happened at about 4 o'clock in the morning. And I would wake up and I would feel, like I would wake up with a shake, in fact. But it's not, nothing is happening, By the time you realize it, you're already up. Natural disasters are very scary because you don't have any control over it.
You got that right.
So I don't understand people when there is absolutely a possibility of repeating the same disaster. I mean, earthquake is one thing, it takes a long time, but like a hurricane,
Yeah.
I mean, every year there's a hurricane season in America.
I know. Why are you not
Why
prepared,
would
right?
you start building your house all
Yeah,
over
I don't know.
again? You know the season is coming.
Or build on the other side of a levee. Oh my gosh, the people that build
I
on
don't
the
know
other
if it
side
is
of the levee
worth,
is so
I mean, I would
stupid.
love to live by the sea.
I know,
Yeah.
on the wrong side
There,
of the levee.
right there across from LSU
I'm
Shreveport.
not
I know,
gonna,
I know,
figure out
in the
how
Haven,
it's
I
to be
know.
taken
And can they
down.
even get flood insurance?
I don't
You
think
wouldn't
so.
wanna
I think it's the National Flood Insurance Program, and they pay out the
Everything be
losses.
plastered to the wall.
They're all gonna be gone in a few
Well,
months.
good, they should.
Everything be glued down.
Yeah, that's true. But if you go looking for it, you'll know that's your wall because it's got your picture on it.
People act like it didn't happen, when you go on TV, oh, last year we had a hurricane, as if it's not gonna happen again,
It's every 50 years or something, they'll say something like that, like you could predict it.
And
Yeah.
now I'm afraid of fires too, forest fires, because of, again, what we did we stopped the natural fires.
Right.
Now, when it starts, we can't stop them because of that.
Yep, because we
It
won't
happened
clean it
every
up.
year in its natural course.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be so disastrous and so out of control.
Yeah, those Canadian fires, my son can smell it in Maryland, and my friend can smell it in Kansas City, Missouri.
It's supposed to be here in a couple days.
Oh, I thought we weren't gonna have it.
Last thing I saw was
We're too humid, I think, because of humidity.
Paint your hand.
Oh, that's okay.
I hope not. There's a lot of people with
hope not too.
problems. Well,
Yeah.
you would, right? It would be
Yep.
bad for you.
Definitely. When we had the Saharan
Yes.
dust storms come through,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
Oh, well. We're having our 5th-year anniversary, friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, okay, his face is not defined. His face looks like, ugh.
Mine looks like a hyena.
I gotta get some back fur in there somewhere. I don't know how to do that.
I'm gonna be singing
You know,
those Timon and
foxes'
Pumbaa
bodies
songs.
are, in
Yeah.
fact, reddish.
That's like cat.
Okay, let me spread
See,
it.
when you look at this big picture, how beautiful their eyes are. That's why I put it, because I want to do the eyes
Oh, you got the nose
instead
right.
of two black blurs. I want to do the coloration.
Art is art. Art is art, but I would say that I'm more for it to look like this movie.
He looks like a hyena.
It's abstract.
I really don't like this one. I got it this time.
No, it looks good.
I like that. Goodness.
It's what you see in it.
That's right.
I'm sad for Jennifer that it's stressing her out so much. I don't know if they're stressed out.
Van Gogh, you're not.
Well, she said that last time. I was
I
hoping
know,
it
I
was
hate to
just
break
being
that to you,
nervous.
but
Is she a perfectionist? Because I used to be.
She's by anxiety.
Now I'm putting
She's
the
what?
second layer of
Anxiety.
darkness on my legs, as you
It
see,
just gets
for those who are
Yeah.
following.
Yeah, I get it. I have a son that's that way.
This is, and it's gonna
The one
be
that wouldn't move
pitch
out.
dark
Yeah.
again, but
Sorry,
now
son.
I'm
Sorry.
just- I'm
I've dealt with it
still
long enough.
Yeah.
Walking like a spider, you know, you check it before you put your foot down. That's what the spiders do, especially tarantulas. That's how I'm
So
trained.
tarantulas. Ooh, I don't even know that. Don't care. They smashed.
Oh, did you see my Facebook, my tarantula
Oh.
picture?
I have cousins that trade it for their anniversary presents to each other. New tarantulas. Like, oh my Lord Almighty. That's
But, you know,
disgusting.
You know, they are very harmless and you have no disease, no problem, no veterinary thing.
Yuck.
And you can hold them, interact with them.
Like they have feelings? No. They can't possibly have feelings. Other than squish.
And if they
It
do,
is
too
better
bad.
than having a reptile.
I don't want that either.
Nope.
It is better than having a snake, for example.
Can't do those either.
And on top of everything, you can catch salmonella from reptiles, and they don't like you at all. They will never fight with you. You can think all you want.
I know. My daughter has 3 snakes. I'm like, that is just
Tarantula
dumb.
doesn't
Way
like
too
you.
much.
Wait a minute.
The problem with looking back at these pictures is his face is straight on and that face is a little too
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this baby's face.
I can't get that. I can't get. Can you not? How do I get the actual distinction of the face itself? Like it looks like one big draw. So how do you distinguish the face?
By making little shades of gray.
Little shades of gray.
See the
Okay.
fur?
Okay.
See, very little, very little. You know, it's not like a straight line, you know.
Okay. Very little shades of
Oh,
gray.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, just
I like his fluffy.
Kinda.
I like it though. I like it. I can't get this like nose business going on.
It's funny how they
This is.
I need to borrow this for a second.
Sure.
Me in this nose situation.
My nose too. Same way.
yeah.
It's hard to see it
Use this one.
at first. I had my nose pointed toward me,
I
and the eyes were pointed toward the side, so I was like, it's
I
cross-eyed.
say, I mean, I take responsibility of finishing the ones that are, because you got, I don't want you guys to waste time trying to finish the.
trying to get it out.
I understand if you don't want to do that. I'm trying to get the legs to the same position. Was too straight like this, it was in fact crooked. See, when I keep painting, I start coming to.
Should I use my markers or the whiskers?
Go girl.
See, this part, it goes like this to the left. And then, this is the back. And this is right where the mouth is.
It's like he's had 4 years.
It started out looking like a.
Just like, give him another 6 months.
Funny how different they all turn out. Still here. I just married to a green.
They didn't mean to call it different. They didn't mean to.
Oh, I know
Brother
who
from
you are.
another mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Brother from another mother.
You know, sometimes, huh? I
Did you
never,
let-
I never can tell, you know, if something is, I shouldn't say it because it's not my native language, so I take everything, most of the things, you know, literally still, you know, still there are things that culturally I don't have the notion, So when I'm thinking, what is wrong with it? And my colleagues going, Miss Hulya, don't say that.
No, 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 no.
I think in this group you can say anything that'll offend anybody.
That's true.
Yeah.
We make a group here, yeah.
But sometimes, for example, the things that we use for cuteness, for example, we use monkey for cuteness. Oh, my little monkey, for example. But it's not an insult, it's not like, oh, you monkey face, I said it to I said it to one of my sister-in-law's kids. I was laughing. I said, oh, my little monkey. I said, oh.
And they didn't like it?
Sister, don't say that.
Aw.
We use monkey as an insult in the United States. I said, oh, okay.
Well, not in my house.
Not in our house. We say it all the
We
time.
say it.
That's the problem. Everybody's wearing their feelings out this
It's an
far,
endearment in my
and you're
house.
gonna offend
Mine too.
somebody.
Mine
I
too.
know. You
Yeah.
can't talk.
Yeah.
You can't talk.
It's very dangerous,
People are
Anyway, so,
stupid.
He goes, what?
Wait to get a favorite. I think so too. They're looking for something.
Where's his second eye?
I'm fixing to work on it. I just picked up paint.
I was like, his eyes drooping.
Except
So you're good.
His eyes drooping. Something's wrong.
For me, it's
Well,
people with
Oh
hate
my gosh.
in their heart toward
Yeah.
any other, it's like,
yeah.
it's just
Well,
stupid.
in New Zealand, it's just about as bad as here now.
Oh, it is
If
bad.
they're having a boy and they wanted a girl, they can abort it.
Oh, really?
Yes, in New Zealand, and
Oh
if
my
they
God.
find out that that they're having a hair lip, cleft palate, Down syndrome, clubfoot, or anything, they can abort it. And during delivery, if the mother decides she doesn't want it, they'll kill the baby.
Oh my God! Kill the baby? Poor baby?
In the
There's
middle
some
of the delivery.
states. Some states you can kill right before it's born.
And
Like
then the
that.
problem is, then they turn around and sell the body parts.
Oh my God!
It looks like a farm.
I'm scared.
It's called phone.
Right.
Yeah. It's what's coming to this.
Yes, it
You
is.
know, I can understand it's difficult to have a child with a lot of.
They're special though.
Yeah. Oh, and now everybody's blessed with one.
But you can't kill after they are born, But there are ways to figure out if this kid will have an open brain all the time,
But they can do it in the middle of delivery, they can kill the baby.
No, that's
No.
too
Yes, they
late. No,
can.
yeah,
They
that's too late.
Unfortunately.
They can find out if there's anything wrong with the baby when you're first, pregnant. They will take
Sonogram and everything
the
else.
liquid, no, the liquid before sonogram.
But they give exceptions for, rape and incest.
Yes.
Y'all, mine's got a fro.
And
We got a show.
I'm afraid. You have to find your voice though.
I'm working on his face.
Yeah.
yes, now everybody has something to say.
That boy's being born right now.
Well, the thing about it is,
That now, we all.
I believe in the
Because you never know what it's going to turn out.
Amen.
And they wanted her to abort it.
You're fine.
And it'll go on forever. Ever.
It is very
These are all turning out so different, and I am here for it.
They would have wouldn't live.
I know they are different, aren't they? It's fun.
With children with problems like that.
What color did I just want? Oh, that color.
She lived.
Okay, so.
I think if you discuss things and let people know that you don't believe everything you see online.
Well, it's not the fact that it's online, it was a news report.
Well,
Well, yeah, who can trust the news anymore?
On Facebook, it's true. I read it.
Facebook news.
But they had a news report coming in from New Zealand that's showing that.
Okay, I have a friend who told me that there is a shadow government being run by aliens, and I have.
Oh, I know, I heard
this
that.
website.
Now, see, I don't believe
Oh,
that.
What I'm saying is like, you hear everything.
Jehovah's
I
Witnesses
listened to
believe
Deborah
something
one
like
time on
that.
YouTube. They had a
Jehovah's Witnesses
how the 50
government on this planet.
One of those
I do not know.
That's why they don't have. That's
I'm
why.
talking about painting.
Oh my God.
I don't know, but I want to paint my fox. Okay, my pet fox looks like Demento.
And I opened it up according to the demo. They were in a double like that, it was inside of it.
Oh my God.
There's a rule.
Well, see, it's the thing about it.
I can't really believe that shit.
They're both on it too many times for it not to be true. And on the Fox channel,
I'll ask her about some paint. Okay, I need to. My face still looks really weird.
They are.
Because you made a huge white mustache there.
I made too big of a white mustache.
Look, the white ends here with the eyes.
So I need to bring more.
There's
I need to bring more white. Bring more color down.
orange.
Oh, more orange down. Okay. Okay. But still, look underneath. Underneath that looks weird too. Don't you think? So more orange down, and then what do I do here?
Yes, try to put limits. You know, see, it's not a straight line. It goes like this. Make it like a curve.
Okay.
Okay, the edges.
Right.
Okay.
And put your darker color first, and then wait for it to dry, and then do this
With the black.
with white.
Oh, with white.
Jesus Christ.
So I don't have any acrylic paint at home, but I would like, depending on when I'm able to work on this one, because I know I'm not going to finish it today, because this one is a lot more particular than the last one.
Yeah.
What would be a good starter acrylic paint for me to use at home? Like, is that a brand, or should I try Apple Barrel, or?
You also realize this is a
Are they called?
Sorry, he's having a hard
just
time
like
hearing.
same-sex marriages. It's going to hell in a handbasket.
Oh, okay. This has nothing to do with painting a fox. I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
Be careful.
Yeah. You gotta
Okay, there we go. I can see. That's more gray. Okay.
Leo, come here.
Just remember that.
Not at all.
Leo, come here. Come see the painting.
Sharing this with you.
Okay, and this is much darker right here.
Miss Hulya, this class is about painting, right? This class is about painting, right?
Okay, so.
Okay. There are other conversations going on that are very offensive. So,
Okay.
And we're back on track.
Got you.
We're back on track.
Let's talk about cats and dogs. It's safe.
Okay, and this is dark right here. And so make that look
in just a second, let me get this one.
I'm sorry you guys are feeling that way.
Well, I'm in the same-sex marriage. And
Oh, I know.
And
My director is the same-sex marriage person.
and they have,
Hey, I'm gonna make sure.
It doesn't matter to me.
and they have no room talking about that here
No,
at all.
no, you're right. They don't. It's nobody's business. No.
Exactly.
Nobody's business what anybody does.
So after I paint this light and color, now I'm going to see. This is how I'm doing the
Okay.
curve.
I'm gonna move this for Sienna over here for her so she can use it.
Yeah. As soon as I clean my brushes. Hi, Leo.
He's not quite there, is he?
Uncle D's does not look that good. I look like a Cheshire cat.
I'm coming. We're leaving now. Go tell your daddy.
I'm
Yep.
hardly touching my brush on my camera.
I'm on my way out.
And I will keep doing this back and forth with the white. With the white here, but I'm not in a hurry to put my colors down. If they dry, they won't blur. You know, they won't become a smudgy look.
Right, this is what I've done on a lot of this. Okay, gotcha. I see. I need to bring this color down. What time is it? Is it time to
It's
go?
like 11:30.
Okay.
No, we're just.
I know. I got you. With it.
They got together in a while.
Hey, I'm gonna have Sienna over to you so that you'll have some extra.
Yeah.
Oh,
We took them
hey,
home.
thanks. Do you want to take this with you so you can
No,
watch
I'll
it?
have a 7-Eleven in the car.
We're gonna leave. They started talking about religion and same-sex marriage and going.
No, he has an event that they're starting at 2 o'clock and they have to set it for anyway. So it's
But-
better to go ahead and get a breather.
Yes.
And I didn't
Yeah.